talk too much about spoons and bowls, although I do have several different types. But tell me some about that.
You know, so the ideal bowl for cereal, in my opinion, is not a bowl with straight sides. Because what happens is that when you fill your bowl up and you put your milk in, whenever you scoop up the cereal, what happens is that you actually get overflow. Mm-hmm. The ideal cereal bowl is actually a bowl that is, you know, in my opinion, is actually, you know, rounded and then goes up, you know, more like, you know, this one here.
I just like the way the sound of the spoon on the bowl.
I found this spoon that had a lot of weight on the back end of it, and I thought that would be cool, but it's absolutely terrible for cereal eating.
The plastic's not really doing it for me. The metal porcelain sounds prettier. It makes eating cereal seem fancy because you hear like the spoon clinking against the bowl.
What happens is that as you get down close to the end, if your bowl is a plastic bowl, the weight of that spoon can actually tip your bowl over, and I have had way too many spills. I hate that.
The bowl can make a difference. If you can imagine this, imagine it like this. Have you ever had like a Frosty? I love Frosties. They're always coming though in a paper kind of a cup, you know? Mm-hmm. If you ever put one of those inside of like say a glass, it would just taste weird. It really would. And that's the same kind of thing here. If you always eat your cereal like it's in a glass bowl, if suddenly you go to a paper or styrofoam bowl, it's going to be a weird experience. Hold on. So you're telling me you get better bites with a curve out like that than you do straight up?
Absolutely.
That kind of seems counterintuitive
to
me.
But let me tell you, so I understand what you're saying, because you could say you could scrape the sides.
Right.
And maybe at the end, that would make sense. Mm-hmm. But what I find is, especially in the beginning, when your bowl is really full and it's got a lot on it, you know, because when you fill your bowl up, you don't count for the milk. You always just fill your bowl up to what you think would be full, and then you pour the milk in, it's always too much. So you always have a few that just fall off the edge. And when a bowl like that, as soon as you put your spoon in, it just all falls off.
Yeah.
I just like the way, you know, when I'm eating, I feel like I'm eating out of an expensive bowl, and it's making the cereal experience even better because it's almost like fine dining. Almost.
This nice glass bowl, I love. I've had these bowls for a long, long time. These were my favorite cereal bowls. As you can see, I was used to having a larger serving of cereal.
I really approve more of the, you know, whatever you call that, the
kind of a graduated cylinder kind of effect, you know.
Absolutely.
Although it's not a true cylinder because there's a bottom to it. So yeah, that explanation to me makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I guess if I was a child or if I had like young children I was trying to feed cereal to, this would be a viable option. But I don't, so I want fine china.
This is kind of cool though, because with this you can kind of see the milk and the cereal interacting with one another. That's kind of a cool thing, actually.
Of course, a big bowl is helpful, you know, because you don't have to fill it up as many times.
But that can also come against you when it comes to cereal sogginess.
Yeah, the ceramic, it's nice. It's nice. It'd also be nice if someone like served it to me, but that doesn't happen, so I just, eat cereal out of it and feel special.
This is amazing.
Yeah, a couple specialty bowls. These are actually identical but different colors. From your perspective right now, they look like probably a dog dish, but if you could look a little closer, what you'll see there is that on the inside of this bowl, and you can kind of see this if you look closely, it actually is higher on the bottom than one side, so it kind of slants down.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So ideally, as you get closer to the end, instead of having to tip your bowl up and dig it out, it actually does that automatically for you.
You got it.
Corny's okay. I wasn't trying to knock the rooster. It's the Kellogg's rooster. Pretty classic.
Does it really work?
It can work. It can work,
What does that mean? It can work.
Well, it depends on that depends on your IQ, because if you kind of use them upside down, it doesn't work as well. That's all I'm saying. We got the Tony the Tiger Classic. This is a big bowl.
Is a classic.
It's awesome. And also I have a little collection of these. Maybe you can grab that whole stack there.
Sure,
I haven't really talked about my bowls too much.
Make sure these aren't stale.
We have Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Awesome.
Love these
That's
guys.
a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, they've been out there. We also have Tony the Tiger, of course. You know, he's been out there forever as well. And
They're great.
that's right.
I don't think that was my best impression.
That wasn't.
No.
Toucan Sam. Fruit Loops, of course.
What did Toucan Sam always say? Follow your nose.
It always knows.
That's right.
That's right, indeed. Kids nowadays probably haven't even heard that stuff. There's a lot of stuff they haven't heard, and that's just sad. It really is. It's sad. I mean, there's things, but you know. Anyhow, we won't go there. Also, we have this guy. You guys may not know his name, but this is actually Corny. Corny is found on cornflakes.
I never. I mean, I always saw Corny, but I
Yeah.
don't remember, any commercials or anything.
He's one of those guys, kind of like one of those characters on a, episode that never gets named. That's kind of like the way he is, So, got those bowls. Those are kind of cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they're not stale.
These are kind of some newer bowls, kind of an Olympic edition,
And look, and that's exactly right. They came out with this Olympic bowl,
just for him.
and it even has the measurements inside of how much cereal you have. It tells you if you have 1 cup.
That's right.
But it also has the extension so that when you put your milk in, it doesn't overflow.
Yeah.
It's a great concept, and you get exponential room in your bowl because of the shape of it. I sent off for something like maybe a spy kit one time with those proofs of purchase. It took me a long time because I couldn't get my mom to buy those. That it was like it only came on sale every once in a while.
Parents, listen to this.
Man.
It's important that you get this stuff for your kids. I mean, this spy kit thing that John is talking about here, it probably was just a couple weeks ago. But anyhow, this kind of stuff, it's important. It really is for kids, and they do crazy stuff trying to get these serious.